My bad.
Oi, vi menini uznali, это же яр.
Bitch, I'm bustin' now.
Look.
I love that. I love that.
So I just picked it up because they already had an open mic going on. And I was just put into the spot and there's, like, oh, I'll do it, I guess, because I know the people. I've been here. I sit here at the freaking bar almost every single day that they're open. And I see the people and I talk to them and I just make relationships. And so I guess I feel like I could do it because I'm approachable, as some would like to say, as though I didn't think so. But then I'm like, if people are telling me this, they're not like, why not give the people what they want? Let them eat. Black mic, open mic at Black Dot every second and third Thursday. And providing them a space to be themselves authentically besides just being on the mic and on the canvas. So I guess that's what I provided for them. It doesn't always have to be a game night. It could always just be our individualized self being creatives in the same area. We're going to take a few steps forward and a few steps backwards because that's just how it goes. An open mic is not necessarily always the same. I noticed they do the same thing with like, okay, poetry night or competition and stuff like that, but I wanted to just shake it up, add it different to where we could express ourselves more. That's the whole point, because everybody doesn't want to stand up and get on the mic and just do it that way. They can do it silently by themselves in their own space, in their own comfort, instead of everybody watching them. So I was like, okay, let's do a paint and open mic, because everybody was loving the paint and sip, because why can't we open mic and paint? But open mic and paint sound too literal and stupid, so I was like, let's just vibe and paint, because we're not just open mic. I'm like, we do a lot, because then when people think open mic, they just instantly think poetry or I don't rap, and I'm like, but then you could do a lot in front of the mic, but necessarily it's just a stage that's open that we have. But when we say open mic, y'all get the idea of coming up and just being creative in front of the mic, and that a stage is gonna be there. But the steps I took was just realizing what the people want and then seeing what they needed at the same exact time and morphing it into one and just making sure I'm being unique. But unique enough where the doors are open to allow other people to come in and other personalities to say. You gotta just keep going. Don't worry about the nights that literally fall off, or the events, the nights, the days, whatever, however it is, just don't focus on that and just keep starting with the end in mind. Just keep going forward. Like, I want to have this space. I want to be this type of person. I want to do this and that. Just continue to say that to yourself, and then you wouldn't fall off. Literally just learn from it. And it happens when people ask me, oh, this night it wasn't really like this, or how is it? I just tell them it varies. And they look at me and I'm like, y'all are human. It varies. I can't tell you when every human is gonna be here. It literally just varies what the vibe it is and how they feel. It varies. So I can't really tell you. You just gotta come and find out.
Sure do.
And just keep pushing forward. Like, you just don't stop. Like, you never know what's actually gonna walk into the door. I have no idea, but you gotta be open to it. And if being open to it is just not stopping or changing your way, because you don't always have to get an instant result. That's what I'm saying. You don't need an instant result every single time, but you gotta take baby steps. You gotta take baby steps to where you are, and you gotta learn from the mistakes. So if you're sitting here like, oh, we're doing good, like, we're going strong, we never had a bad day, da-da-da-da, you start to get in your head, or you start to create this routine that tends to realize that it's a false routine, or like a not as effective routine, because you didn't know no better. You never faced defeat. You never faced an error or default or anything like that, so you have no idea. You're gonna end up fearing the unknown, essentially, I guess. I mean, just keep doing you. Like, be honest. Don't lie. Don't try to put a front on. Don't try to put the blame on anybody. Don't try to scapegoat or anything like that. Speak your truth. Like, oh, technical difficulties. Oh, this and that. Or don't say anything, or just play it through, but just own up to it. I think overall you just gotta own up. Shit happens. I mean, stuff happens. Like, Like, stuff happens. Like, just don't focus on it, don't dwell on it, but just learn from it, pick up, and just keep pushing forward. Lightly, slowly, do your best, because some days I don't even want to. But I still do it. And it's worth it. And it's worth it. It's definitely, but so many days I did not. And then the unknown, and then people come in. There's some days where I'm like, oh yeah, I noticed that we've been going down, a decline. Not that many people are coming, not that many people are coming in. My energy is low because this isn't my only focus. Nobody's gonna come in, so I'm literally froggy. And then there's 15 people walking in. You gotta get yourself together. You gotta act like hee ha ha, but not necessarily hee hee ha ha, but just be open and still your general authentic self, and just realize I'm making this place for them, not just yourself. Because hey, this is about to be your guys' first video of me in front of the camera, because I don't necessarily like to get in front of the camera. I like to stay behind the camera, because this isn't for me, it's for y'all, it's for everyone out there. So I'm not always, look at me, like, no. Y'all gonna see me when you get here. That's it. It's not about me, it's about y'all. So I think that's another situation where whenever walks in, I just accept it, because it's you. That's you. I can't do anything about you but accept you and allow you to come in here and do you. You did it. That's it. I can't really do much. You just gotta keep going. Can you stop it? At the end of the day, all you know is what your goal is and what you want at the end of anything and everything. You can't assume or guess or even ask anybody what they want, because it changes. It always changes. And then if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to keep asking them, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And it's gonna get exhausting. Just focus on you and yourself at the end, because you know what you want at all times, because you are you. That's just what I have learned so far, is just be dependable on yourself, believe yourself, and trust yourself. With other people, if you want to work together, yes, that's fine, but just realize you yourself has to be strong within that workship, within that partnership at the end of the day, because you do not always know what's going on with others, or how things are going to be, or how they take the obstacles, or just in general, and anything that you come through. Is just realize what you want and how you're going to execute that, and think about your strengths and your weaknesses and how you alone can build that up, and just keep pushing with it. Don't put it all on the other person or anyone like that, a friend, a boss, or nothing like that. Just you yourself. Trust yourself, believe yourself. That's it. But I'm not saying you can't work with anybody else. Definitely work with them, but just don't get so, I don't want to say give all your trust, because you could trust them definitely, but don't beat yourself up or anything like that, or lose or forget like you're part of this. It takes 2 or how many, 3, 4, 5, but you're a part of that bunch. You're a part of that team, and you know what you want, and just keep pushing. That's literally it.
I'm just trying to stay in my lane. Look, I'm just trying to stay in my lane.